Fans, welcome back to Caglianone's Corner. I'm here with head coach Lenny Caglianone, as well as assistant coach Nick DiNicola. So starting off, Lenny, Friday, we got the win. Had a little bit of a thing that took you out of the game, but at least tell us how it was for your game that Friday.
I thought we got off to a inconsistent start in that first 40 minutes. I thought we did minimal things good, but in regards to the macro aspect of it, right, we made up for it in that last 20, and I think that's when we played our best, most consistent hockey. And again, we go back to a lot of our details. We're a highly accountable, detailed room, so to see that take shape and form over the course of the 60 minutes, it's the trend and the direction that we want to go in regards to just always improving. So it was good to see the guys rally and put themselves in a position to grab 2 points within that 20 minutes. I was pretty happy with that.
Absolutely. And Nick, you had to kind of step in there in that third period, and since a few altercations happened, the refs decided to take Caglianone out of the game. However, what was it like for you rallying back from being down 3-1?
Well, listen, I mean, as a player, a former player, when your head coach is gone, it kind of ignites a spark, almost like when you have to swap goalies, you kind of get a little bit more juice. And obviously the players want to play for Lenny, like they respect him. So seeing a situation where their head coach, their leader is not on the bench, it kind of almost ignited that flame to kind of fight and dig a little bit deeper. And we didn't have a very good 40. First two periods weren't really technically sound like we wanted them. And I think so far this season, the third period's been one of our better periods, if not our best, consistently. So we knew their third period was going to be a little bit harder anyways. But they just had a little bit more jam because obviously Lenny wasn't on the bench, and they kind of wanted to rally for him as well.
And then Saturday night, it was you and goaltending coach Matt Voidy, and that was also Matt's first time back on the NA bench since he was head coach in the 2022-23 campaign. Tell us what that was like for you. I think the team had played a great 60.
Yeah. I mean, me and Lenny say it all the time. I said it in our interview that we had after one of the games that weekend, that we really do our job throughout the week. So Friday and Saturday is really their job to kind of hit the details and show what they're supposed to do. And it's easy for me and Lenny to stand on the bench and kind of, critique things here and there. But the weekends are really for them, and they kind of show us what they've absorbed throughout the course of the week. And obviously having Matt on the bench is great because he has that head coaching experience and he's been in this league before. So he was right at home, and you could tell that he enjoyed it. So.
Absolutely. And pivoting back to Lenny, this weekend we're going against the Philadelphia Rebels for the first time this season. What's kind of the message in practice right now?
Just to really invest in ourselves. I think when you start to get these in-division matchups and you're meeting guys for the first time, there is sort of a feeling out process. But I think for us, the biggest thing is just to solely invest in our identity, continuously pursue better reps, better 20s, better 40s, better 60s, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's if something's working and we're starting to gain traction with what we've tried to instill systematically in that room, ideology-wise, culture-wise, you're going to try and run with that as much as you can and use that as a jump board, a springboard to continuously build your ground floor, right? You don't get to the ceiling by just having no foundation. We have to build our ground floor, and I think we've made it out of the basement in that regard, and we've done a good job of creating that ground floor foundation. So using what we've instilled or gone through the past weekend and starting to translate that and stacking games, I think is super important for us. So obviously have to be over concerned in certain areas where we do have deficiencies and try to maintenance that as much as we can. But again, going into Philly this weekend, I think every team in this division, let alone the league, it's any given night. You're not entirely sure who's going to show up or what you're going to get. You could only prep as much as you can film-wise, right, and get optics on your opponent. But again, it's doubling down and investing on the things that we know make us an invaluable hockey team.
Absolutely. And fans, you can catch both of these guys on the bench this weekend as we take on the Philadelphia Rebels on the road on Friday, October 18th and Saturday, October 19th. You can live stream both games on NATV with puck drops of 7:30 p.m. Thank you both for your time today.
Thanks, Matt.